Hello and welcome to Farm Matters. In this tutorial we will be looking at how to add a sheep sale. If I begin by choosing the Sheep tab at the top of the screen and then click Flock and Events, this will bring up my grid with my current flocks. If I then right click and choose Events and then Sale, this will bring up the Add Sale screen. As I populate the screen with the information that's required, you'll notice we come to Identify Using, where there are two options in the drop-down menu. I can choose either tags or free text. If I choose tags, this means an event is created which is then attached to an animal. Alternatively, if I choose free text, this means an event will be created but there will be no associated records with the animal. As I continue down the fields, inputting the information, you'll notice we come to record tagging, where I can either choose yes or no. If I choose yes, this means you'll be able to enter the information required to create the tagging records. If I select no, then you won't need to do anything else. If you are unsure, remember the blue eye is here so it can give you extra information to help you. If we choose yes in this situation, we can then click next, and this will bring you over to the next screen. And I can continue to fill the information in as required. With the Move To, if you would like to double check the details are correct, you can do this by hovering over the words Move To, and then left clicking and holding. This will bring up the location information for you to check. I can then carry on inputting the information as is required and then click Next. If you wish to manually add animals to the sale, you simply click the green plus here in the top left hand corner. I can then input the ear tag number that I would like to use, and this animal will then be added to the sale. If you want to import using a CSV file, EID, or use a batch, I would choose this icon here. If we import a CSV file, we then click that, we find the file and click Open. We can click Next and then Finish. You can either clear the animals or you can keep them. In this example, we will clear them. You can click yes, and as you can see, the animals have now appeared. If you wish to remove these animals from your sale, you would just click the eraser here and then click yes. To import from a batch, we use the same icon, and then a list of your batches will appear. You can then choose which one you would like, and as you can see, the animals have now been brought into this screen. If you wanted to add a flock mark to your sale, you would use the other side of the screen. You can use the green plus as before to add your flock mark, add the quantity, in this example we will use 10, and then add your flock mark. Once you're happy with that information, you can then click Next. And then you can click Next again. If you wish to add any notes at this point, then you can do so. If we click Next again, this will take me to the final screen to confirm the sale. If you wish to print the movement document after you've clicked Finish, then you need to click this box here. You can then click Finish, and as you can see, the flock has now been reduced because of the sale. If you would like to change the settings so that they become the default settings for a sheep sale, we go back into the event and then the sale. As you can see in the bottom left hand corner, you can click the cog, which will then bring up this screen. You can then see each of the fields have drop down menus where you can adjust the information that you would like to become default, or you can use the magnifying glasses to search. This is so you can set this up for your own personal needs. If you then click OK, these settings will then become the default. If you find for any reason you need to edit the sale or undo the sale, then you need to go to the Sheep tab at the top and then Past Events and Sales. And as you can see, this brings up a list of your previous sales. You can then right click and View Edit Sale, and you can edit the information that way. Or if you need to completely undo the sale, you go to Management and Undo Sale. This will then ask you to confirm that, and if you click yes, the sale has now been deleted. Hopefully, some of the things you've watched will help you maximize your use of the software. Thank you for taking the time to watch this tutorial. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and click the subscribe button below.